Entrepreneurs Channel TV, rewriting Africa's story through enterprise Amazons. We promote women in business. We showcase women in business.
Entrepreneurs Channel TV, creating a platform of expression for every woman.
Welcome to another edition of Amazons in Enterprise. My name is Damlola Karim. Here on the studio with me today is Mrs. Morenike Ahmed Adeniran. Welcome to the studio, ma'am.
Thank you.
How has been your day so far?
Very well, thank you.
Can you please tell us about yourself, introduce yourself to our audience?
My name is Morenike Ahmed Adeniran. I'm a politician, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a mother, I'm a wife. Thank you.
Maybe now you got into politics.
Well, politics has always been a part of my life from childhood. And growing up, I've seen several women on TV and all that representing us. Even when I was in the university, I know I represented females in my hall then. I was the voice of the females when we had issues with accommodation then. And getting to work, I started work as a lecturer. I was a lecturer for 17 years. And even in my office, when there was certain injustice, I led the team, the whole workforce of my office, and I led them. And to God be the glory, we won. So when the opportunity came for me to join politics, I joined a party, a PDP in 2010. I was there for some time, but because the platform was not really there for women, I couldn't really do much. So I stopped attending meetings and all that. But when the time came for me to join politics again, when another opportunity came, that was when all these new parties came up, and the Young Democratic Party approached me, and I joined the party. I didn't even want to contest. But along the line, and I started going to my constituency, I felt there's a need for women to join politics, to really contest. And I made up my mind I was going to contest. And I wanted to start from the scratch. That was why I started with House of Assembly. So I contested for Oyo State House of Assembly in my constituency, Ibadan Southwest State Constituency 1. And to God be the glory, I'm a known face now in politics in Oyo State, in Ibadan, in my local government.
What are the challenges you faced when you first got into politics, majorly as a female?
Well, the challenges I faced when I first got into politics, when I first said I wanted to contest, number one is the fact that everybody looks at you as a woman and says, do you have what it takes? Some people say, do you really have the money? Some people say, do you have the power or the ability to go through the stress? And some will say, is your husband supporting you? You know, a lot of comments here and there that people would pass at you as a woman. And I just look at them and say, well, whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. Then there's another slogan that I brought up then. I said, what a woman cannot do cannot be done. So please, let a woman do it, and you will see that there's always a difference. Why did I tell them that? Women, we have this passion for our babies. Our husbands are also our babies. So anything a woman dips her hands into, a woman will also always want success. So as a result of that, anybody you meet along the way or your line, even in our various businesses, even in your job, anybody as a woman, anybody you meet, you always want success for such a person. You always want success for everything you do. And as a result of that, you transfer that emotion to whatever you have at hand. So it gives you a better leverage than men who are, anything can happen at any time, man will just, take off their eyes and say, well, that one is gone. But a woman cannot easily do that. So this attachment made it easier for some of us that came, because not many women came out, but for some of us that came out in that 2019 general elections, yes, I could see that the passion that women have in politics is increasing. And I want us, though we've not been given the platform, but we will take it.
Which female in politics inspires you or motivates you to actually be in politics?
Well, one of the women that really inspires me a lot in politics is Chief Mrs. Bola Joko Doherty. MFA. She has never contested, but she gave it all it takes in politics. She's really a wonderful woman. And everybody can attest to the fact that her being in politics is a blessing to a whole lot of people. So, emulating such a woman is not a mistake. I like her. And she's really giving me the strength to go on.
May we know how you source for funds for your campaigns?
Well, that's a big question. Because sourcing for funds for campaign is not easy. You know, when some people learn you are in politics, some run away from it completely. Saying, that means she already has some money stocked up somewhere. Some will say, hey, maybe she has some people supporting her or promising her money. And when you are coming from the background that I am coming from a party, an unknown party, entirely, the party does not even have finance. You have to be the one that will build the structure with your money. A lot of people say, what are you thinking? What exactly do you think you can achieve through this? But to God be the glory, I had some friends who supported me. My classmates in secondary school, my seniors in secondary school, they supported me. Some friends and some families supported me. Every now and then they ask me how far. Some even created a lot of platforms on Facebook, on WhatsApp. They created a lot of platforms in which they donated money, including all my savings. We packed everything together, and to God be the glory, today I'm a known figure in politics, especially where it matters a lot, the grassroots, the local government.
Thank you, ma'am. How do you intend to achieve the 35% inclusion of women in governance?
Well, 35% inclusion of women in governance in Nigeria, we still have a long way to go. It has been signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, but it has never been accomplished. Even this last election, 2019 general elections, we don't have up to 5% of women that got elected. And as we speak, most governors, even the president, they are choosing their cabinet members now. They are choosing their ministers, choosing their commissioners, and all that. That is why women, we must come together to have one voice and move that we must have that 35% inclusion of women in leadership and in governance in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole. We are working towards it, and that's why we have created a platform now, Women in Leadership Advocacy Forum, in which we are going to use that advocacy forum to advocate for the rights of women in politics. It is now a right. It is no longer a privilege. It is now a right because it has been passed, it has been signed. The governor, the president already says, yes, women were giving you 35%. So since it has been said, it has been passed, we should answer because now it is our right. So they should include us, 35% of women in ministerial posts. They should include us, 35% inclusion of women in commissioner. They should include us in House of Assembly. Even that one has been done. We've already elected the people that are going to be there. But what about local government chairmen? Are they only going to be men? What about local government chair or local government chairwoman? Then they shouldn't just pack women into boards that don't even have name, boards that don't even function. If they are putting women in boards, let them put them in boards that will function. Women will have brains. And the voice of women anywhere, when they hear it, they know women will really deep down into the roots of anything before they talk or before they make moves. So it is important they include 35%. Inclusion of women in governance is now a law. And since it's a law, it must be done. In all the appointments that will be done by the president and all the governors, we are saying and we are advocating that they must include 35% of women in every appointment. Starting from the grassroots, from the scratch, from the councillors, to the local government chairman, to the commissioners, to the ministers, all board appointees, board members, appointees, and even board chairmen. Not that they will put men all through the heading the boards and they will not put women on that. Even part of the board chairman must be women. We are advocating for that, and we want our voice to be heard as women. We are moving it, and we will not stop until it is achieved.
Thank you, ma'am. Can you please tell us a little about your last campaign and what you learned from it?
Well, my last campaign was very interesting. In fact, one thing I still always remember about the last campaign is there's a particular young girl which I hope to give scholarship to very soon. I've seen the parents. Anytime she sees me passing, whether in my car or on foot, she always shouts Morenike. One day I called her, I said, "Oh, you always shout Morenike, you always smile and you wave at me. Anytime you see me, you are not old enough to vote, but yet." She said, "Mommy, I want to become like you one day." I'm happy that I'm motivating children. Female children, not even male. I'm happy that I'm a household name in my constituency. That experience alone gives me joy.
What's your stand on politics in Nigeria?
Well, sir, politics in Nigeria, like I said earlier, we still have a long way to go. Not until we have that 35% inclusion of women in governance. We haven't done anything.
That's true. As a politician, what is your vision for our nation, Nigeria?
My vision and mission for our nation, Nigeria, is the same vision and mission that I have for the forum, the Advocacy Forum WILAF, is that we should have women that are adequately and actively represented in governance, in politics, across the whole federation and Africa as a whole.
Okay. Have you progressed in your career as a politician as you had hoped when you started?
Yes, I'm progressing. Like I said earlier on, I'm happy that I'm a household, my name is a household name, okay. And I'm happy that people know me now. Even in the party where I am now, people know me, but I'm a leader now in my party. So I'm progressing.
Where do you hope to see yourself in the next 5 years, majorly in politics?
Well, I want to see myself being one of the elected into the House of Assembly or House of Rep. Whichever one I decide to go for next time, I want to see myself elected.
And what is your advice to females, upcoming females that want to be politicians like you?
Yes, I want to encourage females, young women, older women. They still have the choice, the chance. Females generally, let me say, I want to encourage them. Let all of us have one voice. Let's have one mind. Let's all come. We can join politics. It's not compulsory that you have to be in politics and you have to contest when you're in politics. It's not compulsory. You may be in politics and still give your support, lend your voice. Your idea may be the idea that somebody that will be elected in will use at the end of the day. So it is not compulsory that because I'm not going for any elected post, I don't have to be a politician. You can be a politician and never contest for any elected post. So I want to encourage all females to come out and join a political party of their choice. Let them join this and start from the grassroots, start from their wards, attend meetings, lend their voices to whatever is being said. From there, people will get to know that women are making waves. It is because they see us as being dormant. We don't want to do this, we don't want to do it. That's why they keep relegating us to the background. But when we come out and we're able to say assertively, I am a woman, and from my own point of view, this is what I think this should be, then what's the message? It will go up.
Thank you. Okay. Now, I know you to be a politician. I know you to also own your business and own a family. So can you please tell our audience how you've been able to combine these three great jobs together and do it so effortlessly?
Well, I want to thank God first. I want to thank all my family members too. And I want to thank my friends and even my political associates. Everyone has been wonderful. My children too have been wonderful. As it is, getting to know how to go about your things, apportioning time for everything you do. It's not that sometimes you won't have things that you have to do as a matter of urgency. There are some like that, but when you've already created time for them, they will understand when you are not there. That's how. course, you've always given your time when you're around. So just thank God that it's been okay. Oh well, it's been fine. Thank you.
I'm very sure that you are a role model to some people, like you mentioned so previously that you have become a household name to some people. So now, when you were younger, who was your own role model, especially in the aspect of someone in politics, in business, and also someone that owns a family, combining? Who
Well,
was your role model?
if I look at it from this angle, I have my own background is a literature background, and the first person I will talk about, if you ever ask me, waking me up anytime, is Fela Anikulapo's mom.
Okay.
That is Fumilayo Rasamati. And every time I read about her, in fact, there was a time I joined a particular group in Lagos, and we had to distribute books. I distributed books written on that woman in Lagos.
Thank you for coming on the show, Mrs. Morenike Ahmed Adeniran. I'm sure that our viewers have learned a lot today, and they would definitely put it to great use. And I am also glad that women are actually coming out and they are making their voice heard. So thank you for passing that message across to everyone. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, our viewers. Bye.